Hey everybody, I'm Bentex Chelsea, and I am back with another video. If you're new to the channel, all you gotta do, turn the bell on, so you're subscribed to the channel. But being subscribed only means that you're subscribed. In order to get notifications, you must turn on that bell with the vibrating symbol, so all of you will be notified when I drop a video on this channel. So in video number 2 today, it will be that Chelsea have announced that they have sacked Mauricio Pochettino. Is this the right or wrong decision? And the potential candidates. So in my opinion, I was Poch out since September, but came out in February. I said in my last video. There has been a lot of things that Poch has done wrong, but got to a good rate of form in the past 5 games. So he can walk out on a good note, but it was time to go. But we'll get on to the candidates who I wanted to hire right at the very end. Here's why I'll explain why it was the right decision. Reason number one: parking the bus and defending in the Caribbean Cup final against kids, U21 players against Liverpool, when we are breaking them down with experienced players in the first or late second half as well. And we decided to play for penalties in that game. Reason number two: that we take out every attacking player versus Bournemouth, and Poch came out and said after that, we decided to protect the point versus winless Bournemouth. Reason number three why it's the right decision: playing 2 center forwards versus Forest at home, and Forest away. Forest at home and Bournemouth away. That's reason number 3. Reason number 4: the 5-0 defeat versus Arsenal, and while benching our 2 most on-form center backs, Trevor Chalobah and Thiago Silva. Reason number 5 why it's the right decision: playing a high-line at Liverpool away with Thiago Silva at the back. And there's multiple, but I'll say 5. The managers that I would like to get are Oliver Grasner from Palace, Michael or Michelle, you say it, from Girona. I'll happily take a Girona manager. Happily take him. What do you think of Girona in a year is what it will be a very good manager hire. But the managers that we are linked to, which I don't think anything will happen, this is just to start off the naming. Because it will take a very long time to get this managerial hire right. But these directors and owners are on the clock. And if they get this wrong, it's going to be tight. Because Pochettino did have a great end to the season. But it was the right decision. 100% it was the right decision to sack Pochettino. But these are the candidates to replace Pochettino. These are the first candidates. Sebastian Hoeneß, and he manages. See if I can find him. Oh, he's the manager for Stuttgart, and he just came back in another piece of news that came out said he's willing to stay with Stuttgart. Michael, how do you say his name? The Girona manager. And what are they able to do with Girona in 2 seasons? He's been their manager since since 2021. Got them promoted to La Liga and had them in a brief title race and finished them in the Champions League. But they have to go down to the Europa League due to that they're also owned by the City Group, and Man City is in the Champions League, so Girona will have to play in the Europa League. The other hire is Kieran McKenna, who is the manager of Ipswich Town, and he's done well with Ipswich, but that's in League One and the Championship. The Championship is tough, but the Championship is totally different than the Premier League. Look at Pitt and Company, for example. Look at the Luton Manager, for example. They both struggled to stay up. Chris Wold, another example. All three have came up to the Premier League and all have at one thing got relegated. And the other candidate is Enzo Maresca, who is the manager of Leicester City, who won the championship. He was trying to get the title to Ipswich or Leeds, but he just won it on the final day. So three managers are in the two managers in the EFL, the manager from Stuttgart, and the Girona manager. And I would love the Girona manager. He will be a fantastic hire, in my opinion, and I think we could go in the right direction. Hold on a sec. So yeah, Pochettino it was the right decision for him to go, in my opinion. It does face for the European spot, but honestly, there was a lot of bad form in that season, and we just picked it up at the very end. And we were very lucky that Man United got points throughout the season, throughout the most part of the season, for us to get Europa League. But if Man U do end up winning the FA Cup, we'll get Champions League, so we're getting Europe either way. But these owners and directors are on the clock to get this right. To get this hire right, they are on the clock. Because they said they wanted a long-term project. And just a week ago, Todd Bowley said this in a press conference for his business. If I can find the correct about his ability. He said this. If I can get the proper link, here we go. He came out and said this. He came out with this. Fully pleased to see patience paying off without hoping for some stability. So, a week ago he said that, saying that during after Boxing Day, we were a top four club. This is what we were looking for. Back with the Dodgers in 2013, they were in a similar position, missing the playoffs, etc., etc. And saying this is where we want to be. But then we sack him, saying we want our next manager he's gonna be on the hot seat for the beginning for the men UCL football next season and domestic cup. I think if we wouldn't have won the Carabao Cup this season, he would have stayed, but he didn't win the cup. So that probably didn't help him in that scenario. So let's see in the article that if there's anything in it. Number one thing is that you gotta be patient. You are putting something together and expecting it to come together real quickly, but the reality is anything really good takes a little bit of time. Patience is always a thought for us. We really see this. They really got exciting teams that will be together for a long time. If you look at our franchises that dominate for a long time, they have real stability in the team, front office, and coaching staff. So we'll be able to lay the groundwork and start stability of the team, and having a young 12 longer than average contract is a good start. As I said right here, when we bought the Dodgers in 2013, we started 15 and 25 wins losses, but we kind of just kept sticking to the plan because we believed the idea was right, and we went through a similar thing with Chelsea. You have have the resolve to not hear all the noise around you and remain committed to the plan. And since Boxing Day, we are the fourth best team in the Premier League. When you look at what's going on now, it feels better and better. So them attacking Pochettino after saying that just a week ago isn't the brightest of things that you could look at. But I agree, it was the right thing to sack Poch, but we got to get this next manager to a higher right. Or it's going to be another season in the trenches, similar to what happened with Graham Potter. Because I was Poch out, and I'm happy they sacked him. But I am now worried who we're going to bring in. Because there's also rumors of Hansi Flick coming, because he's been interested in the job. And it's been out of the job for quite a while. It's one of his previous jobs was at Bayern Munich, and he won 6 trophies in the season, completing German football and winning every European competition he was in the space of 13 months. But would he want to be a yes man? Because these owners are looking for a yes man. But I think that Girona manager would be an excellent hire, in my opinion. And that's who I would want. If that's what it comes down, if those are the 4 candidates, and that's what it comes down to, I'll happily take the Girona manager. So thanks for watching. I'm BitDex Chelsea. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Up to Chelsea.